Lone Star. Not just an iconic movie hero of the 1980s, also an iconic Yellowstone geyser. This is Lone Star Geyser. It is a classic cone-type geyser. That cone is made out of silica sinter. That silica is dissolved as the hot water moves beneath the surface, and as it comes up to the surface and the water erupts, it's deposited to form that cone right there. Now, Lone Star is actually a very regular geyser. It erupts about every 3 hours on average. It starts out with some minor activity, it culminates in a major, and then it transitioned into a steam phase, and that's what we're seeing now. It's reachable by about a 4.5 or 5 mile, pretty easy hike or even a bike ride. So Lone Star, check it out here in Yellowstone National Park. Now let's talk about seismic activity, ground deformation, and other geyser activity that occurred over the course of the past month.
It was another quiet month in terms of earthquake activity in the Yellowstone region. The University of Utah seismograph stations located just 61 earthquakes, more or less spread throughout the region during the month of March. There was a small swarm of 10 earthquakes just to the north of West Yellowstone, Montana on March 15th, and that included the largest event of the month, a magnitude 1.9. Turning now to ground deformation, this is eastward deformation at a GPS site near Madison Junction, P711. Each one of these blue dots is 1 day of data. The plot spans 2 years, and downward trends indicate motion to the west. And you can see that motion here starting in about July of 2025 and then ending suddenly in January of 2026. This was related to inflation of the North Caldera area just to the south of Norris Geyser Basin, but that has paused or perhaps ceased altogether as of earlier this year. Caldera deformation has been a little bit more ambiguous. This is vertical deformation at a site near lake. Each one of these blue dots is 1 day of data. Downward trends indicate subsidence and upward trends are uplift. And over the last few months, there hasn't been a lot of net change. All of this variability may be due to winter weather conditions, which can impact the GPS signal. In terms of geyser activity, you might remember that Echinus Geyser and Norris Geyser sprang to life after a few years of quiet back in February. It had about 40 eruptions. In March, it had just 1 eruption. This is the temperature in the outflow channel for Echinus Geyser. These sort of smallish spikes are surges from the geyser, but there was only 1 actual eruption that occurred on March 12th. Also, in Biscuit Basin, Black Diamond Pool, where there was a hydrothermal explosion back in July of 2024, also had 1 eruption. That was on March 9th.
Well, that does it for the monthly update. Now remember, if you have any questions at all, feel free to email us. Our email address is yvowebteam, all one word, at usgs.gov. Until next month, stay safe, stay healthy, and may the Schwartz be with you!